Hello ladies and gentlemen, the last Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord DevBlog was filled with new, massive amounts of information which we'll discuss in this video. Before you start the assault of the siege, you will be met with the deployment phase, which lets you position your troops and siege machines before the start of the battle. Every castle will have 3 sections to attack it, and you'll have complete freedom over the method to attack it with. Also, if you feel like it, you can choose to completely ignore one section and just focus on the other points if they are weak spots. You'll be able to assault the sections using ladders, assault towers, and battering rams, or if you were able to take down a part of the wall using bombardment, then you can also push your way through that breach. Once all of that is done, the assault will start. Your troops will utilize your attack plan by the way you deployed everything. Even though the game AI will be taking control of the assaulting machines at the start, you, the player, will be able to take control of one or all of those groups by yourself if you so desire. The player will be able to carry out commands for the troops to launch out multiple attacks on different sections simultaneously, while the player character himself could focus on the weak points of the enemy. For example, you could make your lower tier troops attack the enemy from multiple sections while taking your elite soldiers to attack the most vulnerable point in the siege or maybe do a flank. The same principles also apply on the defending side if the player is the commander. You'll be able to give orders to manage how the defensive AI would act to defend the siege. But bear in mind that paying attention to all of what's going on in the field and managing all the formations will not be easy. It might be more beneficial for the player to take control of the weakest section of the siege while letting the AI take care of the other sections instead. The AI will be a lot smarter now when attacking, as they'll make a few checks to find out where and how it will launch its assault by assessing the strength of its army and its opponents. It will be able to make educated decisions by itself and may choose to either press on with a coordinated attack on many fronts or just concentrate on one weak section of the castle. It will also decide on how to split its forces to achieve victory according to the number of troops that each front can support. And if there is a breach in the walls, the AI will try to send many soldiers through that breach. However, if there are ladders, since fewer men can use it simultaneously, the AI will choose to then send fewer men to that section, or if there is a breach on another wall, then the AI may choose not to use the ladder side at all, which in my opinion is actually very impressive. If the attacking AI has a battering ram or siege towers, as well as ladders or a breach on another section, and it decides that launching a coordinated attack on all fronts will weaken the defenders more, as they will be forced to defend all sides simultaneously, then the attackers will hold assaulting the breach and ladders until the battering ram and siege towers can reach their endpoints, and will take formations on a relatively safe spot while also threatening to attack if the defenders choose to sally out from a certain point. In terms of priorities, the AI will choose to operate the primary weapons like the battering ram and the siege towers, as well as ladders, as they are the most important tools for the attackers, as they'll be able to forge paths into the castle by using them. However, there isn't exactly a strict priority list, and instead the AI's decision will vary depending on the circumstances of the battle, and will try to prioritize what is most important or beneficial to win the siege. The defending AI will also decide what they will do on the grand scale of things. For example, if the attackers are pushing with a siege tower on one side and a ladder on another side and are using the two to attack simultaneously, then the AI will send more troops to the siege tower side instead of the ladders, as ladders are of course much easier to defend. If, however, the attackers are trying to be tricky and attack purely from the ladders and not use the siege towers at all, then the AI will realize this and will bring more units to defend the ladder's side instead. The defending archers will also position themselves accordingly. If the attackers are not attacking from one side, then the defending archers will leave the positions that only cover that side and will instead go somewhere where the enemies are located. Also, if a wall or a choke point is about to fall, the archers on the nearby wall may be sent to increase the numbers in hand-to-hand combat. If the enemy is approaching the castle from afar, however, the archers will use the best positions to shoot at the approaching enemy. The soldiers will also be able to retreat from siege based on morale, while taking many facts into consideration. The AI tries to estimate whether the attack or defense can succeed or not, and if retreating will only yield more immediate casualties. For example, in a siege where there are 500 men trying to take a city away from 100 men, as the battle goes on and the AI calculates the losses and finds out that the attackers now have 250 soldiers against the garrison's 80 defenders without even going inside the castle, then the AI commander may decide to call off the assault instead of losing more troops for a lost cause. Overall, this is a massive upgrade from what we got on native, and will definitely make Siege more fun and challenging in Bannerlord. And we will have to use strategy, as AI won't be that easy to fool and will be able to defend or attack properly instead of going through the same choke point while getting massive casualties while attacking until they lose their whole fucking army, which is exactly what happens in native. Anyway, this wraps it up for this devblog. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I'll keep posting more videos like this and other related videos, so if you like it, maybe consider subscribing or giving me a like. And yeah, have a great day, guys.